Hey, we're going to get rolling here today. We got some volatility in the markets. On the positive side, it's really on beans, and that's where we're going to put our focus in here right now. I just want to show you a few things that we look at in the office and how we are making some sales decisions. Here's a January 24 bean contract, and all the horizontal lines on there. Those are some retracement levels. And what I just want to point out here is from when we had the early summer low to the summer high, we had good retracement support around that 1293 areas where it came into play. And you could argue, hey, real good support in a range from 1260 to 1325. And when we broke down in August, that retracement level held, and then the bounce back towards the end of August in here as we added back some weather premium. Then Jan beans bounce at that point about $1 to $1.24. So that's a way we use some retracement there to show some support. Now, as we look here again at this January bean contract and get a little bit closer, we want a retracement from the summer high down to this recent low. And what kind of a bounce can we get back? Well, first retracement comes in at 1330, then 1350, 1370. From the recent low to today's high, you've got Jan beans bouncing a buck to a buck 20. We're just at a point in here right now, a little bit of crossroads. Either the weather in South America needs to get really severe and we got to accelerate, or this is a point in here where the market's peaked out. That's why we sent out the text here on Jan beans. Hey, we got near 1330, make a cash sale. We have fences in place. We're encouraged on the report, just depending how you want to manage your risk. We're at another level in here right now where with beans in the bin, we think you want to make a cash sale in here right now just to reward this. You got to keep in mind, if you really want to reown, you can always look at that at some point down the road. The other thing we sent out yesterday was, let's do a November 24 cash bean sale. And here's the reason why. The red line is $13. As you look past this back year in here, we've really gone above 13 bucks a couple of times and then have failed at that point. So just looking ahead, our whole bias was, hey, $13 beans, let's get started with a sale. Another thing to keep in mind when you start looking ahead to next year's new crop is what have insurance prices have been. Here we're just highlighting spring and fall insurance prices over the last 20 years. The yellow boxes are the spring price, where we had a spring price above $13. The green boxes, the two of them, is when the fall price was above $13. Our thinking there was, it's been only 2 times in the last 20 years a fall price of beans have been above 13 bucks. This is just a good place to get started with a sale. As we want to wrap things up in here today, I think what it really comes down to is you got to find some values that you're content with on making some sales. We're looking for bounces to make sales on old crop. We had a bounce of 40 cents on corn. That kind of triggered us for a sale. We had a bounce of 60 on wheat. Why not make a sale? We had a rally in here on beans, now going from anywhere from 80 cents to a buck 20. Hey, let's look at a sale. If at some point down the road you want to own back, you always can, but we always think you got to make that sale first. I think a big challenge on soybeans right now, and this is no different than going back to the August time frame, is this a weather bounce or is this the beginning of a new weather market? Now, only time will determine. Right now, our thinking is it's probably more of a bounce, that we're not severe enough to get that acceleration moving us sharply higher. When you look at old crop, corn and wheat have struggled because they've lacked demand. You want to sell the carry in those markets. I guess we want to just wrap things up. And if we have one golden rule for marketing, it's sell when you want to, not when you have to. We talked to a lot of producers. Beans are harvested, they're in the bin. Hey, let's make some sales in here. We know trucks want to get moving. You got some cash flow needs for after the first of the year. You might as well reward this rally. Any questions, any suggestions, give us a call. Have a great day.